Greetings once again, heroes and villains out there. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more of the My Hero Academia anime. As the manga is drawing towards its conclusion, the anime is trying to do the same as we enter into the final battle. But previously, if you don't really count the memories episodes where we were kind of recapping things as both the heroes and villains prepare for the oncoming final battle, All Might was feeling dejected and powerless, as he wasn't able to do as much as he used to, especially when it came to Izuku. However, a chance encounter with Stain was able to open his eyes, with Stain bringing him before the very last person All Might saved in his hero form, who continues to clean up the statue of All Might that is desecrated and graffitied time after time. She still believes, and she is still thankful. With that, Stain also hands over some information to All Might as well. Meanwhile, Class 1A does their best in order to get Deku to a more relaxed state, cleaned up and as good a place as possible, with several of the students lamenting what they weren't able to do and what they seek to do, including Todoroki. His brother has caused a bit of a stir amongst his family, to say the least, and he wants to settle this Todoroki drama once and for all. And as the pro heroes ready themselves for the battle as well, we see that requests have gone out all across the globe from All Might for any sort of aid. Many other countries are too busy readying themselves and don't want to send their best and brightest to a potentially losing battle. All except one. While the US did not in fact sanction it, their number one hero and a number one admirer of All Might has raced into battle. None other than Star and Stripe, the number one hero in the US. Forces are moving behind the scenes. Will this hero be enough to potentially take down All For One and Shigaraki? And what other machinations does All For One have working behind the scenes? Join me as I find out, won't you? His storm is still as it should be. As gaudy as ever, honestly. Oh, doing some laundry? How long has it been since I've done laundry? Izuku Midori is trying to take on the burden of his power, but he still has a lot to learn. He's just a normal high schooler. Please, let this place continue to be his Hero Academia. That speech. I'm back. Anyone from the outside would be like, why is he hanging up a dirty rag? The significance of Gran Torino's cape. Don't be too stubborn. There are times when you need to kill someone to save them. Don't forget that. It might be that the only way to stop him is to kill him. I don't know what I should do specifically yet, but I want to save that kid. That's a hard choice, especially for a teenager. Many people love to say that, oh no, he needs to kill him, but that's not a choice that should ever be made lightly, especially for someone as young as Izuku. No child should have to make that decision, even in war. The final battle is approaching, but strangely, I don't feel afraid, because you have your friend. Your friends are your power. We'll get it back together. Always limbering up, overcome despair and go beyond, to the future. Plus Ultra, baby. Ooh. Opening. Oh, it's kind of melancholic too. The previous users. The classic reach towards the sky in a brighter future. Ooh, I love the light coming in. Whoa. Too quick. All of the UA heroes and professors and stuff. Oh, and Tsukauchi and the one cat dude. The support people. Yeah, the usual pros and all that. Wow. You even got Manual in there. Then again, Manual comes in clutch in a lot of ways. You got the Pussycats and Sirius and Gang Orca and Rikigyu. That's unfortunate. I don't see Silky. Usually he'd be with Sirius. That's an interesting composition. Endeavor, Miracle, Hawks, and then you have the big three. Burnin's pretty far in the background, and the other two, whose names always escape me. They're so off to the side you wouldn't even notice them unless you were directly looking, like I am. Oh, Star and Stripe. Already so much. Ooh, yes. Monomide Shinso, Hawks, Edshot, and Best Genius. Who is that? Oh, never mind. It took me a minute, but I'm realizing who that is. And that's a spoiler. I wonder who this character is. Spinner. And the role he plays. Of course. Present Mike. Eraserhead and Kirigiri, the Nomu and the Professor. Jeez, Mirko. And man, the things Merica goes through. Oh, nice. The overlay of All for One and Shigaraki. Oh, the hands! Ah, that's cool. Miki Toga. Oh, and Ochako. Endeavor. Shoto. Dabi. Oh, and the little glimpse too. That's cool. Bakugo and the support items on his back. And what he's standing on. That's cool. Ooh. Oh, man, I love that. Deku flanked by Jiro and Kaminari, that's cool. Yes. And everyone jumping in. That's good. They're clearing a path. Just high-fiving them along the way. Yeah, dude. That is fun. Bubbles? I feel like I'm forgetting something in terms of the bubbles. Brightman Air Force Base. Oh, are we gonna see before they took off? Or is it something else? I'm here in Japan's largest city, Tokyo. As you can see, the city is basically shut down. It appears the other cities are in a similar state. The criminal group who brought about this unprecedented devastation to Japan calls themselves the Paranormal Liberation Front, All for One and Tomura Shigaraki. Their leaders are the infamous All for One, also known as the symbol of evil, and the one expected to be a successor, Tomura Shigaraki. They have released inmates one after another from prisons all over the country. God, this is his 15 minutes of fame. The friggin' carbonation dude. And these villains called jailbreakers have only been causing more destruction. Oh, muscular. Japan's heroes are working with the police to recapture these jailbreakers, but they are being overwhelmed in numbers. Because of this, the Japanese government has requested the temporary dispatch of... Oh, yeah, I was kind of wondering, but it's basically like being war zone reporting. You know the risks, but... Oof, there's always a chance you're gonna get got on live TV. What the hell are you doing? I'm just here to report the current situation in this country. Outsiders can't do what they want. Stop having fun watching someone else's problem. Bastard. Ethan, do you have orders to attack? Not yet. The incident in Japan made villains in countries around the world more active. I'm sure it's hard for the White House to act with our own country in danger. Yeah, they don't really get to highlight that it isn't just that other countries aren't really responding, it's that, All for One's uprising has caused a ripple effect, and All for One also has agents in other countries too. While I feel like it probably would have detracted too much from the main story, it would have been good to see a lot of the other pro heroes that we've seen in the movies and stuff like that around the world fighting various different villains in their own country, seeing that it's getting kind of bad all over the place. Even though it only take us about 2 hours to bring heroes to Japan. In that case, while we get to see another civilian look, will you take me, bros? Star, don't blame us if you get in trouble, Star. I'll be going either way. It's just a matter of sooner or later. Besides, it's a direct request from All Might. My master's in trouble. There's no reason for me to think twice. Hell yeah. That's the American way. In the nick of time, a big-time Maverick from the West. The hideout. This is a critical moment. It's thanks to the jailbreakers going wild to their heart's content. Man, it's so ominous him being flanked by those freaky-looking Nomu. The police and the heroes have their hands full stopping them and can't devote their full force to us. We can beat them at hide-and-seek in the small island nation. See, it always gets me that he's mostly just talking to Spinner. There's no one really else around. We could have beat them if we left the country too. Well, the conditions are different. Beating them at hide-and-seek is a short-term goal. Taking possession of One for All is a mid-term goal. That's not your ultimate goal? I've got a long plan for my life. And now the biggest hurdle of that plan and the biggest chance is coming. Honestly though, knowing what I know now, it actually makes sense that Spinner would be the one he's talking to. I have many friends all over the world, you see. In Japan, All Might eradicated organized crime, but that's not the case overseas. Yep, if I have them run riot, it'll become necessary for each country to weigh their options of helping themselves or others. Exactly. It's just that in the manga, you never really get to see a lot of that stuff. The previous movie, which was, what was it, World Mission or something like that, where Deku was framed and stuff like that, showed, that there are others out there working in secret cabals and the like. But that the villain of that would not have been working with One for All for One. What do you mean by hurl and chant? Star and Stripe, the strongest woman, the hero who reigns at the top of the land of the free, the birthplace of heroes. Petty tricks don't mean anything to her. I gotta love the weird amount of respect Horikoshi gives to the Americans in this. But I mean, that's the thing. A lot of the concept of, superheroes and stuff like that was born in the US. Not by Americans, but technically also by Jewish people. Well, the biggest hero. Multiple people have made heroes of various different ethnicities and the like. It's a gamble. Having that intervene will be the worst and a pain. But if I can steal her quirk, then the battle will be as good as won. Oh boy. Now, Iguchi, unlike Toya and the others, you seem devoted to guarding me. But it's time you made a move too. From now on, you will support Tomura Shigaraki's fight, Spinner. Like that name, you spin things together. You were nobody. As a heteromorph, you had a tough life. You can already hear it, can't you? There are many who sympathize with you in the shadows. Yeah, Spinner is a spokesperson because of the abominable old regime. Destro was captured. But look, our hopes are not completely dashed. The embers of liberation are still burning. We are part of the Vanguard Action Regime Support Regime. Regiment. Is it regime or regiment? We were put in Spinner's regiment because we were like him. The only unhurt leader, the great skeptic, said, liberate yourselves, clean up the vestiges of the old regime, and realize Redestro's revolution. Gather warriors in the way easiest for you all. I don't like them. Let's do what the circumstances call for. Mimiku Toga's tragedy continues. Redestro found hope in these guys. It doesn't matter if the League of Villains will bear the responsibilities of true liberation or not. Worship them. We will make them into the real thing. Oh, I love that overlay with Stain. It's funny though, because in truth, once you get to know about Spinner, he is, to a certain degree, like Stain. It's just that what he wants is different, but it's their advocacy for change that is very similar to a certain degree, which might sound silly now, but a lot of things come into place that really helps you to understand how kind of pivotal Spinner is to a lot of elements of the plot that really don't get to shine as brightly. I hope they really help to pump it up in the anime. We'll make them into the real thing. In the future where Tomura Shigaraki destroys, we will be the ones planting the seeds of new growth. Yeah, destruction and growth. They will enter our airspace soon. Once we meet up, we should start planning our strategy right away. Anyway, it's really reassuring to have her here. But will Star be okay after this? Okay, that's weird. Will Star be okay after this? It's because she's like that we will be saved. I have wanted to talk to her about the precious vintage demonym from the Gold Rush for a long time. Oh god. This is Tsukuchi. Endeavor, Hawks, can you hear me? We just received a report in their flight path 50 kilometers from the landing port. It's him. He's shown himself. Yeah, the villain has appeared. Such a warm welcome already. You're a free spirit. Are you the villain called All for One? Who knows? What am I? Don't you mean what I am? Weird. He looks so odd in a suit, but he's kind of rocking it. Star and Stripe. I keep thinking it should be Stars and Stripes. Why no S's? I don't understand. You're really throwing off my American brain. So that's All for One. No Star. That's Tomura Shigaraki. According to our intel, he can destroy things just by touching them. He also has super strength, regenerative abilities, and can use EMP attack. All aircrafts, disengage autopilot. Display your anti-pulse fields. Roger that, Bravo Leader. Anti-pulse fields deployed. Yep, that's smart. You don't really get to see people who know to counter AMPs. I'll ask just in case. Engage or evade. Of course. Smash. Okay, Star. I hope at least one plane can land safely. Battle formation. All aircrafts. Formation Delta. Roger that, Bravo Leader. Now, let's get that villain. I'll make sure to bring your remains back to your families. What a thing to say. Thank you to fight without reserve. It's a strange feeling. Oh god, that shot of his eye. I can assert that I am Tomura Shigaraki. At the same time, There's no doubt that I'm me either. I felt like this ever since I woke up. Radio waves plus air cannon plus heavy payload. Get away. Oh, ooh. I know what your quirk is. It's a matter of who touches who first, America. Even if you know what hand I've got, making it so you can't counter it is what makes me the best, boy. Air. From now on, the air in this space 100 meters in front of me will cease to exist. Nice. Then die with this. Iron Stripe. Quirk, new order. After touching something by calling out its name, she could give it new rules. In this case, she touched the air and gave it a new rule that it would cease to exist to create a vacuum. That is so powerful. That's a mean quirk. Oop, I want it. Now someone who would come all the way out here to meet me wouldn't die like that. Unfortunately, laser cannons. I gotta tell you, I knew this would be a visual spectacle in the anime, but I'm already loving the way the jets work here. Just seeing them in motion is so fun. Target on, lock on target, fire. Oh, yes, I brought him down. You're an idiot, Wedge. I got him first. You're not done yet. Reflect plus scatter. Don't let your guards down. Laser. Oh, the laser can be held. I kind of wish she had kept her domino mask on, but his body's regenerating. That's what Japan lost to. The vacuum's gone. Is that one of New Order's limitations? Did I go for it? Oh, move through the air with super strength and just what I wanted to see. Tomura Shigaraki, I can only set 2 rules at once. The first is constantly on myself. It's impossible for me to It's impossible to have power as strong as All Might, but even so. Ooh, nice. In the past, I was saved by an exchange student from Japan. My family was on the way to Santa Monica Pier. A robber on the run started attacking our car. Yeah, I thought if I could just save my little sister and prepare for death in a moment. Yep, from the movie, he was there. I will never get those 2 yellow antenna bangs for the rest of my life. A good way of knowing that she dyed her hair. He became my master. In order to pay tribute to the peace he brought about, I gave myself 8 antenna bangs. No matter where I go, it's always All Might. That's why he's called the symbol of peace. And she is a gorgeous woman. I am so jealous right now. I'm sorry. I can't control my thirst with the way she's looking right now. By the way, I touched you with that last attack and called your name. If Tomura Shigaraki moves at all from this place, his heart will stop. He got me. Ever since I awakened, there were indications. The boundary between us was extremely ambiguous. It should have taken 2 months of recuperation to become me completely. Oh God. You're amazing, Tomura. Your hatred, your destructive urges. God, this is so gross. They're growing beyond Doctor and my expectations. In percentage, I'd say we are at 97% or 98%. We will be one soon. We will be neither All for One nor Tomura Shigaraki. We're melding together into a new person. Yeah, and that's a problem. No way. Nah. It's not working? Does he have a different name? If he's not Tomura Shigaraki, I see. That's fine with me. Do you hate me? Hate me more. Your hate will lead to a bright future. His hair. Aside from that house, the power up of each and every small resentment. Oof. His hair grew longer? I don't get this guy. I'm sorry to understand, New Order. It's super strong, but there are rules. And the #1 hero in the U.S. Star and Stripe. Our quirk is closely guarded by the U.S. and no details about it have been released. By touching a target and calling its name, she can impose any rule she wants to it. It deviates from other quirks with its absurd power like it's that's like child's play. We figured out some things based on our fight. There's a limit to how much power you can add to a living physical body. If there were no limit, then there's no reason she couldn't have shattered my skull with her first hit. If Tomura Shigaraki moves at all from this place, his heart will stop. Based on that rule, there's no limit to its weakening effect. It's like setting a life meter with an upper limit on whatever you want. On the other hand, since she didn't say something like, whatever touches this specific block of air will die, you see, she can't impose a rule on something she hasn't touched. Or she can, but its effect is weaker. Even so, being able to create a vacuum and hold lasers with her rules means there's a lot of freedom with non-living things. That's the essence of New Order. The difference between living and non-living things must be in the name. The reason the rule didn't work on me must be the difference in perception. Miss Star thought of me as Tomura Shigaraki when she touched me. But right now, I'm not sure if I'm Tomura Shigaraki or All for One, or even Tenko Shimura. Actually, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I mainly thought it was the fact that he's merging on a mental level with All for One, but there's also the fact that Tomura Shigaraki isn't technically his name to a certain degree. But then again, what's in a name? It's what you believe yourself to be. So it might have been that Tomer Shigaraki would have worked. And even if she knew his actual name, calling out Tenko might not have worked because he does not perceive himself as Tenko any longer. But would it have worked if she had said All for One? Because All for One isn't really his name, but it is a name that he goes by as well. Interesting. If she calls someone with a sense of self by their name, the successions have to align, but it works on objects with no sense of self based on the star's perception. Is there a two target limit? I love these little chibi drawings. Love them. I need little charms. I need them on stickers. I need them on everything. What's the scope of the power? Would it work on a dog like Mon if she called out Mon? Actually, that also a good point. Would it work on a dog who does technically respond to the name Mon, but it's only because they understand that that is a call for them? What about other animals? Just because you give an animal a name, would that still work on them? Oh man, this is getting kind of metatextual. That's kind of into me. I have this irresistible urge to test it. It's bugging me. Looks like he had a countermeasure ready for attacks on his respiratory system. What will you do, Star? Neither New Order nor the concentrated laser attack work on that regenerating bastard. Tell Commander Agpar. Don't tell me. Acting on your own is bad enough, but that's... If I don't use it here, then what's the point of my special authority? He's not just an enemy of Japan now. He's an enemy of the world. You'll kill him now in a way Japan can't. Just like an American. I love the whole screw the rules. We're America. So until we land, give me a place to stand, okay, bros? Aw, that kiss. Jeez. Take care of our number one's a lot of work. You guys are with me starting today. Ooh, smash. Smash! Sorry. I thought I wouldn't be as thirsty in the anime version, but it's actually worse. Let's fight together until death do us part, brothers. Wedge, shake off that old rag on top of you. Spots for Star. Roger that. Just because you get how it works doesn't mean you can counter it. The air will harden into the shape of 1,000 times my size. Ooh, fist bump of the earth. Fist bump to the earth. I can't see it, but something feels off. That is the sexiest air I have ever seen in my life. I need a drink of water after this one. I'm way too thirsty. Nice. Got uppercutted by the air. There's no point in accumulating damage. If I tell you the true name, there's no way he'd tell me. In the end, this is the way to beat him. They're crushing him into 1,000,000 pieces. But man, he's hard to crush. Bros, give me your lasers. The lasers. You all gather unto me. United Hyper Max Output Laser. Coronas. The Cadeus blast to the max layer. That's gonna burn him to a crisp. Now it's just keeping him from regenerating. If this was enough to defeat him, then Endeavor would have been able to do it already. Star, Commander Agpar, I've gotten used to your willfulness and let my guard down. You won't be able to get away with you just losing your license this time. That's fine. Is it ready? I'll give you a shot for free. And I've already informed Japan. They'll be there soon. That's wonderful. I love that little picture. David Shield and Star and All Might. That's so cool. Your willfulness and disregard for the rules have made our country shine bright. That villain couldn't even be captured by All Might. It's time for you to surpass him, Cassie. State-of-the-art hypersonic intercontinental cruise missiles. Tiamat. Get each and every one to hit its mark. Ooh, baby. One of the best moments in the manga. Star is such a queen. Oh, really? Showing Spinner. Toga. Dabi. Tomura. Oh, Shoji. Interesting. Uraka. Shota. Bakugo and Deku. That's actually really good. Episode is already looking absolutely magnificent. I'm loving it. I am loving it. They made Star look like the queen that she is. Hells to the yeah. Was a wonderful episode, beautifully animated. Could it have been better? Yes. Do I mind what I saw? Absolutely not. They did the damn thing and I couldn't be happier. And I'm just ready for the next one. There ain't really much else to say. And just the visuals of the jets flying around. Because you can't always get a sense of the space and their positioning in the manga, because sometimes it throws you off where they are, how many planes there are, if any of them got hit or went down or this, that, or the other. But here, it never felt like I was disjointed about what I was seeing, and I really appreciate that when it comes to the anime. You're doing God's work. But let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye.